Chapter 43, The Secret Lover of the Crown Prince of the Underworld 17. But, Linda, Diana tasted a delicious little cake, and said, probably you can't marry him. What? Linda looked at her a little confused. An unequal match. Diana raised her eyes, her beautiful peach blossom eyes were only serious. His father will not agree to let you in. You think too far, Linda said. I now only wish to let Adam know my feelings. If he likes me, for me it is already the best thing. Diana nodded and stood up. You're not wrong. If you've finished asking, then I'll go first. There's still something to do later. Linda nodded. Okay, be careful on the road. Diana took the sweets beside her and went straight out of the store. Because 2333 reminded her, Finn was already prepared to go downstairs, she came over to make a random encounter. Finn was surrounded by a group of people and came out. He was a little impatient in his heart. But these people were all high-ranking members of the Blood Wolf organization, their status was also extremely high, yet he still came to have a meal with them. Fifth Master has such achievements at such a young age, it is indeed well-deserved. We these old bones will look forward to you young people in the future. That's right, with Fifth Master here, our company will definitely be able to develop even better. Hearing these thousand-song praises, Finn just lightly nodded, then said, everyone please stop. His car had already stopped at the door, he walked out of the hotel main door, was about to get on the car, his eyes glanced at a familiar figure. The opposite street, that tall and thin young lady in her hand held a paper bag, indifferently walked from the other side of the walkway. 7 Doris? He picked the corner of his mouth, and said to Tony beside him, go invite Miss Doris to come with us. Tony had also seen her long ago, and even a very shallow suspicion arose in his heart. Wasn't she Adam's person? How could she appear here? But he was a qualified assistant. The Fifth Master said that as long as he listened and followed the instructions, it was enough. He was not Bora, who thought that being the Fifth Master's assistant meant she could arrange things for him. So when he heard that Bora was dismissed, he didn't feel surprised at all. He thought that working at the Fifth Master's side meant he had to learn to be tactful. Miss Doris, what a coincidence. Tony quickly walked towards Diana, raised a hand and smiled, and said. She saw him, seemed a little surprised, then like the left looked over. The hotel door stood a group of people, all were high-level staff of the Blood Wolf, and the first to see, naturally it was Finn. She politely nodded to Finn, then said to Tony, yes, what a coincidence. Tony saw that her expression did not seem fake, and secretly sighed in relief, and added, I wonder what Miss Doris came here for? If the matter is over, do you have time to meet our Fifth Master? Diana sighed softly, and said with a smile, Fifth Master invited, naturally I dare not refuse. Eh? Isn't this the bodyguard by Adam's side? A high-ranking official saw Diana slowly following Tony, and couldn't help but feel a little surprised. That's right, I also remember this as Adam's bodyguard, he grew up so beautiful, it's not easy to forget. Another high-ranking official with a big belly and waist quickly fixed his eyes on Diana. I think this should not be a bodyguard, it's probably Adam's lover, ha ha ha. Behind is a group of middle-aged old men with a hazy laughter. Finn frowned, feeling a little disgusted in his heart. He took a few steps forward, grabbed Diana's slender hand, and hugged her tightly in his arms. Diana, Finn is crazy about what? Blood Wolf high-level group, Stephen Fifth Master likes Adam's lover? Hey, what a show to watch. Chapter 44, The Secret Lover of the Crown Prince of the Underworld 18. The most recent gossip in the Blood Wolf organization is the matter between Stephen Fifth Master and the Crown Prince of Stephen family. And this gossip is because of a woman. This woman was originally Stephen Little Crown Prince's bodyguard, now being pursued by Stephen Fifth Master. From ancient times to the present, 2 men fighting for a woman is a talkative topic. Blood Wolf high-level group although are all evil people, each person has killed people in their hands, but human nature is born gossip has not disappeared. It is rumored that this one named 7 Doris is indeed beautiful, no wonder even this kind of pure heart and desire-free person like Stephen Fifth Master can't hold it. Of course, more and more people speculate, this 7 could be the little crown prince who used beauty trick on Stephen Fifth Master. If this matter is real, don't know if fifth master could turn the tables, of course no matter what, this beauty called Seven Doris can only be a sacrifice. What a pity for a beauty. As the gossip center, Diana was actually calm to the point of cruelty. After all, her ultimate goal was to make Adam lose the blood wolf inheritance right. These unrelated gossips were naturally left to him to spread. No matter if it was Finn or Adam, they were both people with strong hearts, not easily influenced by the outside world. She poured 2 cups of the latest newly prepared milk tea ice cream, and gave 1 cup to the sullen-faced Daniel. Obediently accepting the milk tea ice cream, he took a sip, and immediately his eyes widened. "Sister, it tastes so good." She gently stroked his short hair. Previously in a pastry shop, followed the store manager to learn, but actually the effect is not bad. Daniel nodded frantically, where is not bad, clearly delicious to cry. "Is your mood good now?" She smiled faintly at him. Today just saw his face, immediately saw his depressed appearance, even the top of his head hair drooped down. Saying this, he began to be sad again. "Sister, recently everywhere is your gossip, I heard it is not comfortable." Her mouth corners raised, was touched by her brother's concern. "I do not mind, you do not need to take it to heart, but, sister, are you really together with the fifth master? I heard that he is a very scary person, the organization is very afraid of him." He lowered his voice and asked. She put the milk tea on the tea table, her body leaned on the sofa, her voice sounded a bit vague and boundless. "No, I'm not together with him. You know, the person I like is Adam." "Then why do they all say that you've been very close to the fifth master recently?" He heard this and let out a sigh of relief, but still wasn't very reassured. She stood up and smiled slowly, her beautiful pupils were a bit sad. "Don't worry, there will be nothing. There are some things I can't tell you, but I will protect myself well." He hummed, then reached out and grabbed her sleeve. He grew up with his older sister since he was little. In his heart, his older sister was not only his older sister, but also his only relative, and was his most important person in this world. But he was still too weak, unable to protect his older sister, but he was always smart, and started to calculate in his heart. She didn't know his thoughts. After sending him off, she returned to Stephen's house. Although she had been with Finn for a while, she would still return to Stephen's house. After all, there was someone Seven was thinking about. In order to not OOC, she could only wander around every day, following Finn everywhere during the day to have a sense of existence, and returning to Stephen's house to guard Adam at night. Even though, recently Adam often didn't come home to sleep. Host, the male lead took the female lead to Ning Mao Hotel. 2333 reminded. She was drinking sweet milk, and when she heard this, she almost spat it out. Going to the hotel. Opening a room? Amazing male lead.